Hi everybody, it's Emmy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Rainbow Loom Squirrel Charm. I do have beads. I did use beads on this one, but I am going to also show you a way to do the face without beads. So let's get started. Your loom needs to be in the offset configuration. That's the zigzag. And the arrows need to be pointing away from you. You need to grab 2 of your body colored rubber bands, mine is gray, and put it from this peg to this peg. And then you want to continue that to this 4th peg right here. You all have probably also seen me because I have done the escalator bracelet and the candy cane bracelet, and I will put a link to that below. Okay, when you get there, you should have 3, well, technically 6 rubber bands, but 3 together right here on the line, and then you want to go to the middle peg, go to this 4th peg right here, grab another 2, from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Now we need to put the rubber bands to connect these 2 lines together. So you need to do from here to here, here to here, and here to here. Now you want to turn your loom around and go in right here and grab the 2 bottom bands. That should be very easily. And bring them to this peg right here. Then you want to go into this peg and grab the 2 bottom bands and bring it forward. And then you want to do the exact same thing. 2 bottom bands, bring it forward. And you want to do the same exact thing on this row down. Okay, now once you have this row done too, you want to grab these 4 rubber bands right here. Well, it's technically 2 rubber bands, but you just want to grab these 4 and bring it to the middle peg. Like that. And then you want to get a hook. I'm going to use a different hook. And go in all through these bands. Go in and get another gray band and put it on this hook right here. And take it through it like this, pull it up, and double it like that, and then take it off. There you have your little tail. Now you just want to set that aside. That's why I used a different hook besides the one I'm using, that I will be using. So now what you want to do is you want to make sure your loom is still in that offset configuration and the arrow is pointing towards you. So now what you're going to do is take 1 single black band or whatever color you want the part that will be attached to something, and you want to put it on these from this peg to this peg. Then you want to grab 2 of your body colored bands and place those 2 from this peg to this peg. Then you want to grab 2 more from this peg to this peg. Then grab 2 more, go from this peg to this peg. Now, here comes the beads and the beads for the face. If you have beads, you want to grab one and slide it on a small hook so it'll fit it, and grab 2 gray bands and pull those 2 gray bands through the bead like that. So now you take it off like that and put it from this peg to this peg. Now, if you don't have beads, what you need to do is get your hook, grab whatever color you want the eyes to be, put it on the hook. Then, once you have it on the hook, you want to twist it and put that over it. Then twist again, put it over it, twist again, put it over it, and twist one more time, and put it over it. And slide that where it's a bunch. So you should have 5 little things on it. Now what you want to do is grab 2 of your body colored bands and put it right there. Hold it back like that. And then you want to take these and put it over your hook like that. Some may get caught and left behind, but you still need to put it over the hook. And then you do the same thing as if you did the bead, and you want to move, and you want to put it on that peg and that peg like that. So the same thing even if you did a bead. Okay, if you do a bead, I'm going to show you again. I'm going to slide a bead on there, grab 2 body colored bands, and put it on the hook like that. Then slide it through like that and put it on this hook to this hook like that. Again, if you have bands and no beads, you wrap it around 4 times, technically 5 because the very first one. Grab 2 body colored bands, then move these, whoops, it came off, and I used the wrong hook, sorry about that guys. So, wrap around 5 times. Where there's 5 on there. Grab 2 body colors. And put it on the, and move it past. This is very tricky to do, but you should get the hang of it if you do it a while. Oops, lost it. There we go. And then, like I said, you put it from just as you would the bead. Okay, now the nose. Again, if you have a bead, slide the bead on there. But this time you want to grab 2 white rubber bands. put it on there, slide those two rubber bands through it, and then put it from this peg, from this peg to this peg. And again, if you have just rubber bands and no beads, you want to still wrap it around 5 times. But grab 2 white rubber bands and move it over. Like that. And then you put it at the same exact place if you have it a bead. Okay, now what you want to do is grab 2 white rubber bands and do it from here. And do it from this peg to this peg. Then you do the same on the other side. Do it from this peg to this peg. Now you want to grab 2 more white rubber bands and do it from this peg to this peg. Push this down so it don't get too crowded up. Then from this peg to this peg. And then go ahead and grab 2 more whites from this peg to this peg. Now I want to grab 2 grays and do it from this peg to this peg. And grab 2 more grays, this peg to this peg. Then 2 whites, this peg to this peg, then 2 grays, this peg to this peg. Then you want to grab 2 more grays, do it from this peg to this peg, then grab 2 whites, this peg to this peg, and then you need to grab 2 grays, do it from this peg to this peg, so it's a diagonal. Then 2 more grays, this peg to this peg. Now we put our tail on. So what you need to do is take it, you need to slide it to the bottom of the hook and put it on this peg right here. So it's not this one, but this one. Or if you want it on the right side, you can also do that too. Now, we need to put on the ears. To do the ears, you need to grab your hook, 1 single gray rubber band, put it on here, wrap it around 4 times where you'll have 4 little thingies on there. And then you need to grab 2 gray rubber bands, put it at the end of the hook, and then put this gray over it. So you should have just 2 gray rubber bands on this. See, I have 3. I'm going to stretch this out, grab a smaller hook, and get that one and pull it over like that. Okay, now you need to put these 2 on here, like that. Then you want to grab 2 more gray, put it on the end of the hook like this, put it on the end of the hook like that, and then slide these over it. Like that. And you should only see 2 gray rubber bands right there. Then you want to move that over that like that. And then you want to bring the ear and put it on this peg right above the eyes. And put it on there like that. Now you need to make another ear. You do the same exact thing. Grab 1 gray rubber band. Wrap it around there 4 times instead of 5. Then grab 2 gray rubber bands. Then move those over the 2 gray rubber bands. Move these 2 up there. Stretch it out. Then grab 2 more gray rubber bands. Like this. And then move these over it like that. And then put that right there. And then we already did the left. So now put this ear on the right of it. Like that. It's above the right eye. Just like that. Now you have your 2 little ears. Now one more thing before we start doing it. Whoops. Looks like I had a rubber band that came off of this double one right here. If that happens, that means you probably need to scoot this down right here, whichever peg it was on. And then you want to just put it right over that. It's still double bands, but it just came off. So now we need to put a cap band. So you need to grab 1 gray rubber band and put it on this peg and wrap it around 4 times. Whoops, didn't get that one in. One more time. So now you have your capping band. So now, since we were doing that with the arrows pointing towards us, we don't have to turn our loom around. So what we need to do is go in right here, pull back the capping band, and grab the first 2 rubber bands and pull that out and bring it to this peg like that. If it does not make this teardrop shape, then you probably grabbed the wrong rubber bands and you need to go back and find it. Now you want to go back in here, pull back the capping band, and get these 2 rubber bands. So grab the first 2 and put it over onto this peg. Now go back in here, pull back the capping band, and get the 2 white rubber bands and pull it forward. Now you need, this one may be a little tricky. You need to go in this one and you need to pull back the tail and go in and get the very last 2 rubber bands. hang on just a second, guys. Sorry. I think I accidentally grabbed 4 rubber bands. If this happens, what you need to do is put it back on this peg, like this, and then pull back every one of the bands that may have affected it. And it turns out this one came off. This could happen. So what you need to do is grab another hook, like this one, and take the one that you just pulled from here to here. You want to take that one off. You want to take those 2 off and hold it with that hook. Now what you need to do is grab another hook and pull the tail like this. You pull it off and keep it on like that. Now that we need to take this one off too and put that one back on, and then you want to put those 2 rubber bands that you just took off, only 2 of those, do that, and then you can put your tail back on like this. And then put those 2 gray bands back on. That's what to do if one of the bands comes off. Now let's get back to the looping process. So you want to go in to this peg, pull back all the rubber bands, and get the very last 2. Not the last 4, the last 2. That's what I did before. So pull it and put it right there. If you don't see the teardrop shape, you probably grabbed the wrong bands. Now what you do is just go in, grab those 2 rubber bands. Okay, now you need to stop right here and go to the middle. Just go in, grab the 2 white rubber bands, pull it forward, see that teardrop shape. Then just go in, grab the 2 white bands, and pull it forward. Now you need to go to the right side. A little trick to help you to pull back the bands on this one, you go right here, put your hook through there, and pull it back, and then just grab these 2 and pull it forward. Then you just go in, get these 2 rubber bands, and pull them forward. Now you need to go over here and go in, just get these 2 white rubber bands, and then you need to go over here, go in, get those 2 white rubber bands, and you may have to push this down before you can put these 2 on, and put those over there. Now there's a lot of bands on this peg, so what you need to do is go all the way in. See, that's my hook there. So what I need to do is go in and get the very first 2 rubber bands I run into. So pull back all the ones that I just put on there. Get the very first two. It may help to pull this one back so you don't get it. Then grab those very first two rubber bands. Hang on a second. It may be a little tricky, but you just need to go in there and grab the very first two rubber bands. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. This part right here can be very tricky. But you're trying to grab the right bands. The right two bands. Okay, I think I got them. Oh. Looks like I got 3 rubber bands. Okay, if you grab 3 rubber bands like I did, you need to find out which 2 are the real ones. And then just hold this one, because that one goes over here. So now, I already have one of these, so go ahead and bring it over here. Now I need to go back into this peg and grab the other rubber bands. This could be tricky, just like getting the very first 2. Pulling back all the bands. Give me just 1 second. Okay. Once you find the very first 2, you need to go bring these to here. Then once you find the next 2, bring those to there. Now this part should be easy. Now all you have to do is go into this peg and go to the very bottom and get the very last 2 bands with the bead or the colored band on it. And you need to bring it, you need to bring it forward, like that. Now you need to go to this peg, and grab the bottom 2, should be easy, and bring it to the ear. Now you need to go to this peg, grab the bottom 2, bring it to the ear. Then you want to go in, get these 2 gray bands, and bring it to the middle. Now, you need to go through all of these bands on the ear. It may help to pull back the ear like this. It may not. It helps me. And so you need to go in there and get the very bottom 2 bands. Then you can fold the ear back. And then you need to put these right there. And then do the same over here. Pull back the ear. Go in, get the bottom 2 bands. And bring it over here. Now this one should be easy. So what you need to do, there is a lot of bands on this one, but you just have to go in, and remember that black color band that we put in? Yeah, you just have to go in and get it. That's all you have to do. And then, once you have it, you need to bring it to the very top peg, which is this one right here. Now, before we do a slip knot, just go through it on this and pull it off. Okay, now you need to tie a slip knot. In order to do that, get the first one right here, bring it through the second one, like that. And you may have to stretch your little squirrel out a little bit. Like that. There you go. There's your squirrel. I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm going to be making more videos on how to make other things. But for now, I have the escalator bracelet, the candy cane bracelet, and the squirrel charm. I will be working on making more things to post. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please comment below. And please like this video. Please tell me what you think about how your charm turned out. And thank you very much. Have a nice day.